place. Up in the place. Ain't nobody gonna curse you out.
Thank you,
Nothing
Paul.
like
This like that cheese right here. I love it.
Master Hunter, nobody's saying that Negroes are Edomites. I said the original Edomites are a Negro people, brother. They are black Edomites. It's pictures of the black Edomites. They didn't come out white. I said the small seed Edomites is the white Caucasian ones. That's what I believe. But the original didn't look like that.
And bring that
Asian ones. That's...
Yeah, you heard it, man. There, man. First off, I'd like to say all praises be to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Shema Kakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of great most on it well. Shalom to the hope for elect worldwide, man. Yeah, you hear it, man. These false, bugged out camps, faux P, talking about the original Edomites were, Negroid or black. Yeah, where is that in the scriptures? Where does it describe that Esau was melanated or of variation of brown or so-called black? Where is that in the scriptures, man? Hold on a sec. Let's get it. This is Genesis 25, the origin of Esau and Jacob, That's what he mentioned. He said the origins of the Edomites, Esau, that they were black. So let's look at the origins. Yeah? Genesis 25, I'll start from verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Yeah, barren meaning unable to conceive, unable to have children. And the children, then she eventually conceived by the Spirit of the Lord. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. 2 nations, meaning 2 sets of people, or 2 races are in your stomach, that you're about to give birth. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Manner meaning types. They're different. Yeah, they're going to be different types of people. Yeah? And they're going to be separated. So the Lord brought a separation between Jacob and Esau. Yeah? The Lord has brought a separation between races, man. This is what you need to understand. So getting in your feelings, having that kumbaya, hold hands with everybody's spirit, or we are all the human race. No, the Lord's not dealing with that. The Lord's a separatist. And this is what he did here, with Jacob and Esau. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Yeah. So now the Lord's going to like characteristics. Yeah. And guess what? Jake, compared to the Edomites, the so-called white people, we're way stronger than them. If you put, Jake men, 10 just average Jake men in the room, 10 average Edomite men in the room, and they go to war with each other, you Edomite men are getting annihilated. And I'm not even talking about training or just average Joe, Jake's average Joe Edomites. You guys will get annihilated. You see? The only reason we've been taken down is because of the spirit, and we betrayed the Lord by disobeying the commandments. That's why they're on top, and they're known as the bases of man. Bases means you're below. You're inferior. But that's another topic. But anyways, links to this topic, one people should be stronger than the other people. That's us, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics. We are the stronger race, man. We're the superior race. We're the Israelites. And the elder should serve the younger. Now, who was our elder brother? The Edomites. The so-called white people, they all, they came out first before us. So, by seconds or minutes, that makes them the older brother. So technically they are evil older brother. Evil twin older brother, basically. So now it goes here, verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red. Yeah. All over like in hairy garment, they called his name Esau. Yeah. So he came out red. Why did he come out red? Because he was so, what's the word you call it? Like transparent, The blood was showing through his skin. Just like, when a lot of when so-called white people, when they blush, red cheeks, if they're embarrassed or angry or hot-headed, they turn red. They go for a jog or do exercise, they just turn red. That's the blood showing through their skin, the redness. Yeah, so that's how they're built. That's how they are. That's how they look like. You can clearly, red shows through their skin. So where's the black in all of this? I'm not seeing it here. And the first came out red, like all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Yeah, which means what? Ashashwa means Esau. The word is Ashashwa in the Hebrew, which means wasted away is he. But why is he wasted? He's wasted because, in the physical sense, lack of pigmentation. According to the Bible in Leviticus, I believe chapter 13, on the laws and how to handle leprosy, which that's what Esau has. He will be known as a clean leper. Clean leper meaning he's a completely leprous. He doesn't have patches or stuff like that. His whole flesh is white, so-called white. Yeah, the law of leprosy, Leviticus chapter 13. And he even has got leprosy of the hair, when the hair, yellow thin hair, which is basically blonde, so white and blonde. So Esau will be known as clean lepers. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Now, if you noticed, it gave a description, a more distinct description when Esau was born. Blood was showing through his skin. He was basically red. Yeah, like you got Americans in the South, they call them rednecks. Yeah, but in general, Edomites turn red. Now, if you notice, Esau's description was, was targeted, or it was made mention very clear. But Jacob's description, in terms of physical attributes, was not described. Why? Because it was unnecessary. Because everybody back then, and still is, a people of color. All races are melanated. All races are different shades of brown. And Jakes especially, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, which are the true Israelites, we are originally and still are a people of color. Obviously, there's exceptions because, the scattering, dealing with Edomites and so forth. You got Jakes scattered all over. You got even Jakes amongst Esau, Edom, who will be considered so-called white, but actually go back to us, who are Israelites. Yeah, but in this case, tackling the origin, as the guy said, the origin is, the Edomites are not so-called black. Yeah. They're red because blood shows through their skin, and they're so-called white because they got a natural leprosy on the body. Discoloration. Anyways, 1 Timothy 4 from the top, it says, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times meaning the end times, we're living in these end days, some shall depart from the faith." Yeah, people will give up from the truth. Yeah, people will go back into the world. People will believe in their own hype or own bugged outness, following after doctrines. Yeah, or people just simply not of the elect. Yeah, giving heed to seducing spirits. Yeah, this is what it is. That doctrine that these faulty people and false Israelite camps are spewing is seducing spirits. Demons talking to their ear. Yeah, and doctrines of devils. That's what it is. That's a false doctrine. It's not in the scriptures that these Edomites were black. Speaking lies in hypocrisy. It's a lie. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron, forbidden to marry, and commanding to abstain from meats, which the Most High have created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. So basically, false doctrines, man. Seducing spirits. And that's what's happening these last days. So be careful. I'm going to jump down to verse 11, it says, "These things command and teach. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine." So we got to stick into the doctrine. So we got to keep reading the scriptures. You see, you got to keep, you got to prove things through the scriptures. Yeah. What's it? Apostle Paul said there was one church, I forgot where it was, like I don't know if it was Antioch or one of the churches, but they were noble men, roughly paraphrasing, and they searched up the scriptures if it was so. In other words, they were attentive to reading. They wanted to see if the accuracy of what you're saying. Is it true? Is it thus saith the Lord? That's the spirit we have to be in. They're saying one thing. Your spirit should have that, that Spider-Man tingly sense. Light bulb should be going, flicking in your head like, what? What's going on here? That don't sound right. Let's go back to the scriptures and see what that says. Nah, that's not so. The scripture says this and you're saying otherwise, so you're false. That's how it's going to be. "Neglect not the gift that's in thee, which was given thee by prophecy and with laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto yourself and unto the doctrine." So the doctrine, yeah, the truth of the scriptures, the correct breakdowns, yeah, the true understanding of this word. You got continue in them, as it says. "For in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee." So you see how powerful it is to stick to doctrine. That's why the elders and apostles of great millstone, they always, mention stick to the basics and stick to the breakdowns and the doctrines, man, because that's how it starts. Because it's the word that, the word of Yahweh Shimshai is what, keeps us. But when you go outside of the word, then, you lose your protection, your spiritual protection. Then all these demons, start communicating with you. You see? So be careful. Romans 16, verse 17, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them, which cause divisions." Yeah, we've got to have I believe it should be scope. Yeah, scopeo. To look, observe, complete, to mark, to fix one's eyes upon, direct one's attention to, and anyone to look to, take heed to thyself. So we gotta scan these people, we spiritually scan these people, scope these people, put them in our, vision, crosshairs, and watch what they're doing, watch what madness they're doing, and cut it with the truth of the word. "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offences contrary to the doctrine." That's what they're causing, divisions. Yeah. Now, you see when Jake say, "Oh, why can't we all come together?" We can't, because you got demons out there, false teachers out there causing divisions, and ultimately, this is the Lord's program. The Lord at this time doesn't want all Israel to be saved. The Lord himself said he created a stumbling block, man. Made ears fat, made eyes blinded, roughly paraphrasing, so they can't see. Yeah. "And offences contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them." So we are commanded to avoid false teachers, or rather correct them. Yeah, so anyways, with that, all praises be to Yahweh, by Shem Yahshai, B'Shem Kakadash, Shalom.